Coming up on News in Depth, agreement reached between nursing school students and Ministry of Health on leaked exam papers. Family of Bartica massacre victims said justice has been served, and bandits threatened to kill a child during an East Bank robbery. News in Depth begins now. With tonight's edition of News in Depth, I'm Maya Wharton. Thanks for joining us. First up, good news for nursing school students affected by that leaked exam paper saga. Yesterday, they reached an agreement with the Ministry of Health. Nursing school students affected by the leakage of exam papers are pleased that they were able to come to an agreement with the Ministry of Health on the way forward. Earlier today, Health Minister Walter Lawrence announced that the sides had come to an agreement which will see the students resitting the multiple-choice paper, which was allegedly leaked. This agreement will see the examination being prepared and administered by the Ministry of Education. The examination, according to Minister Lawrence, will be written on February 21st. The results will be handed over to the Ministry of Health by February 28th and declared by March 2nd.
During this period, the Nursing Council have agreed to provide tutoring for those students who are involved, because not all of the students who wrote the examinations did both parts. So it would be only those students who would have written the multiple choice aspect of the examinations. And this will be for all the students from all the nursing schools.
Student Representative Violet Ford said the past 3 months had been difficult for students mentally.
It has been stressful on our behalf. It has been very disturbing.
Last November, it was announced that the examination papers prepared by the Guyana Nursing Council had been leaked. This led to then Minister of Health, Dr. George Norton, launching a probe which included a police investigation. Today, Minister Lawrence said the police investigation is not yet completed. Approximately 150 students from 4 nursing schools, the Georgetown School of Nursing, Charles Rosa School of Nursing, New Amsterdam, and St. Joseph Mercy Hospital, will be resitting the examinations. More news on the other side of this break.
Hey, looky there. Let me go techie boots.
Boots? No, mama, I ain't gonna get like a thief in them big stinky 30-second boots. Plus, it can be more cheaper online. And then got my favorite color, pink. Let me go along.
Online shopping. Cheaper, faster, better. Passback.
A man's beer.
Welcome back. Families of those murdered and injured in the Bartica massacre believes that justice has been served with the conviction of the men.
Relatives feel that justice was served in the matter. This was after the guilty verdict was handed down last Thursday. For a relative of Irvin Ferreira, a security guard who was shot twice to his head when gunmen invaded the community, trying to put away her painful experience was the most difficult time of her life for 9 years.
Till recently, no. I try not to think about it. You don't want to keep remembering something like that all the time. Just let it go.
Justice has been served for you?
Yes, yes, and I think for the other families too.
Debbie Jiggs lost her husband Edwin Jiggs, who was a security guard at Banks DIH. She said life has been hard for her as a single-parent mother, raising her then 3-year-old daughter.
For me, justice was served, right? And if some people, is not, God knows and see, right? So for me, God will deal with the rest. You understand? But I think that was a good justice.
Dennis Williams, called Anaconda, and his cousin Mark Royden Williams were sentenced to death for the murders of the 12 residents of Bartica. Back in 2008, the murderous rampage took place for hours in the mining community, leaving 12 persons dead, and the pain that will linger forever.
A Guyanese man was convicted of gun smuggling in the United States. A Guyanese man will spend the next 5 years of his life behind bars in the United States for smuggling guns to Guyana. A release from the Department of Justice U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Georgia said 39-year-old German Prosper was sentenced to 5 years in prison for smuggling and trafficking approximately 50 firearms to Guyana during a 2-year period. U.S. Attorney John Horn is reported as saying that Prosper smuggled the firearms he purchased in Atlanta to his home country of Guyana, knowing that those weapons would be sold on the streets and that his greed mattered more than the danger those firearms posed to the citizens of Guyana. According to the release, Prosper, who was a lawful permanent U.S. resident between October 2013 and November 2015, purchased over 50 firearms from 2 local federal firearm dealers, which included 34 9mm pistols, 8.380 caliber pistols, and 6.25 caliber pistols. Prosper subsequently hid the firearms in shipping barrels and then smuggled them to Guyana, where an unknown associate sold them on the streets. Guyana has been fiercely working to reduce the illegal arms and ammunition coming through its porous borders.
Morning. Hi, honey. Your family will love new Abbey butter spread. Thank you, Mommy. A heart-healthy choice with no cholesterol. Abbey is ready to use right out of the fridge. Smooth, spreadable, rich and creamy, Abbey is a great tasting butter spread. Try it today.
Nothing compares to the class and beauty of Beeson Windows and Doors, engineered by professionals and built to last longer than the competition. Buy 10 windows and get one 24x16 bathroom window absolutely free. No tricks, no gimmicks, and no hidden fees. Prices starting from $13.5 VAT inclusive. So visit our showroom today at Lot 1228 New Eccles Industrial Site or BPAT's building on Regent Street and save big on UPVC or aluminum windows. To order now, call 622-4197 or 226-1292.
Bandits threatened the life of a child during the robbery of an East Bank Demerara establishment.
Bandits last night beat, threatened to kill and rob the owner of Argusai Liquor and General Store at Peters Hall, just in the vicinity of the Demerara Harbour Bridge. The bandits took the day's sale and a small amount of cash from the MoneyGram section of the business. One of Gosai's sons said they were just about to leave the business location and he was in the yard when the bandits pounced on him. He said the bandits tied him up and gun-butted his father, who is now a patient at a city hospital.
And then by the time I reached inside, they had already gun-butted my dad, and I was seeing him bleeding profusely. They tied us up, put us to lie down flat, face forward, and from that they went on a rampage and ransacked our whole house, and then they even threatened to kill my son.
The man said the ordeal lasted for about 25 minutes, by which time the bandits had ransacked the house in search of cash and jewelry. He said when they double-checked the premises after the ordeal, he realized that the bandits took liquor and foodstuff as well.
The usual stuff, all our daily sales, some small amount of cash that we usually have to do our MoneyGram. Some foreign liquor, some even down to some of our groceries.
He said the men gained access from the back of the building after removing the barbed wire. The bandits also stole the DVR for the surveillance camera. The Gosai's business has been in operation for over 60 years. The police are investigating the matter.
That's a wrap for this edition of News in Depth. Do join us again, same time tomorrow for another edition.